I'm sorry you're having to listen to this, people. It just happens on this show.
You're traveling through another dimension. A dimension not only of news and song, but of time. A journey into a wondrous land whose boundaries are that of comedy. That's the red light camera up ahead. Your next stop, the Ed and Bob Show.
Wow, how about that? Don't ever grab me there again. I wish I could do that.
Well, you probably can. You tried?
No, I haven't. I'm afraid I hurt myself. 9 minutes after 9, WNOX. Good morning.
It's an acquired thing.
Is it?
It is.
Yeah, like.
And those who acquire it love it.
And you must always keep your voice in tune.
Exactly.
Work that instrument. You know, Romeo and Juliette is going to be at the Tennessee Theater this Friday night and a matinee on Sunday from in the Knoxville Opera Company. And we've got a couple of guests in the studio here this morning that are part of the cast. Alex Bumpus. Did I say that right? Okay. We'll turn your microphone on.
Morning, Alex.
Good morning.
Good morning. Where are you from?
I'm almost going to get his microphone on. Right. Are you there?
All right.
Hey,
Hello.
Alex.
Hey, all right. Here I am.
Yeah.
And also Sarah Fitch.
Hi. Good
Sarah.
morning.
Behind my screen over here. I'm going to stand up so I can see Sarah.
Sarah's already got a text message saying, if that girl's in opera, I'm going to the opera. So, and she is, so we'll see you at the opera. All right, guys. Alex, Ed was asking you, where are you from?
I'm from Dallas, Texas.
And how about you, Sarah?
I'm from San Antonio, Texas.
Oh,
Go Texas.
Wow.
Mike over here is from Texas.
All right.
Is that where you're from, Toronto?
Yeah.
Really? What is this? It's
Yeah.
kind of some kind of Texas.
I got the whole
club.
stuff. I grew up in Austin.
We're taking over. We decided we love Tennessee, and we're not leaving. We're staying. That's
Yeah.
Well, just remember, if it wasn't for Tennessee, there'd be no Texas.
Absolutely.
It'd
That
be
is very
northern
true.
Mexico.
That's very true.
So
And we're-
I'm glad
we're
you agree with
grateful
that.
for
You're
your
the
help.
first people from Texas that ever said, yeah, you're right. We're glad you're here. Okay, Alex, what's your role in Romeo and Juliet?
I play Tybalt. I'm Juliet's very protective, jealous first cousin. I'm very, very proud of the family, and I want the best for her.
And Sarah, you've got a role that's going to be very difficult for you to pull off. I figured this out. You've already got comments about how gorgeous you are on our webcam at WNOXfm.com. You're going to play what role in Romeo and Juliet?
Well, my name is Stefano, and I am Romeo's page, which is a boy. I'm playing about a 12-year-old boy.
Okay, I don't know. I got
So have you ever done this before? Played a boy?
I actually haven't. This is my first time, but it's very common for my voice type to play young boys.
Now explain that.
Well, they're called pants roles, and it's kind of a lyric mezzo-soprano type thing to do. And it's easier for older women to play younger men. And we put on some pants. and we
That
get on
sounds like
stage.
cougar thing or something.
I know that sounds weird. I don't know if I explained that in the best way.
For the record, I also play a boy.
in real life, or is that just in Romeo?
Sometimes.
Is this the first time y'all have done Romeo and Juliet?
Actually, it's not. This is my second time doing it, but I played a different character the first time.
This is my first time doing the opera Romeo and Juliet. I've done the play before.
All right, so y'all have been in rehearsals for a while, and what can the people, the listening audience out there that are not accustomed maybe going to opera, give them some reasons why they would want to come?
Well, this is actually a very interesting production. The Knoxville Opera is doing something that I think is really, really great, especially for first-time opera goers. They're going to insert little snippets of Shakespeare's actual play. We have a few actors who, between a few of the scenes, are going to be reading in Shakespeare's actual play Romeo and Juliet. Now, the opera itself that we're doing is in French, and I mean, there will be super titles, so you can follow along, but the music is just absolutely spectacular, and the cast is one of the best casts I've worked with, and under the baton of Maestro Brian Zaleski, I mean, the orchestra sounds fantastic. Our director, Candace Evans, has done an incredible job. I mean, this is, for anyone who's out there that hasn't been to an opera, this would be the perfect opera to see for the first time.
Brian does a great job of coming up with something special in every opera. There's always something. Brian does a great job of putting something in there that's just the reason to be.
Well, Brian's on the edge.
Is he?
Yeah, just don't mess with him. He's on the edge there somewhere, and they all know that because they're working with him. But you're right. I mean, for example, I think I don't know what night is. They're having the private party. We can come in to actually on stage. You're having the reception. That's Saturday night. Mm-hmm. That's just incredible. I mean, it's like $100 per person. Two parties going on at the same time. I mean, it's just incredible, and it's an idea of having a reception, a cocktail party, mixer, whatever you call it, on the sets of Romeo and Juliet, which will be going on this weekend. I never heard of that, but what an idea that if you're coming to the opera, you can actually go to this and buy tickets, and you'll sit up there and walk around the stage where all the props and all the sets are, and it's just kind of cool. I never heard of that.
And there will be singing that night as well.
Oh, really?
I will be singing that night. And I'll be playing a girl.
Well, then we're definitely coming.
Please come.
And so, but you're right. Brian always has something new, an idea. And I like that about actually somebody acting out part of Romeo and Juliet, the play. Is this in between?
Yeah, this is
scenes?
Yeah, in between a few of the scenes, during while the curtain's down and the set's being moved around, there are going to be some actors that are going to be on the side of the stage, and they're going to do parts of the actual play. This is just a really, really wonderful opportunity for people who maybe you haven't seen either. So now it's almost a 2-for-1. I mean,
Great idea. I don't know who Brian stole that from, but we'll ask him later when we see him. And Brian, if you're listening, I'm just kidding with you. Brian and I are. Last time I saw Brian, I met him at the Lowe's, and we were buying bulbs together or something. So the tickets are on sale at KnoxvilleOpera.com, and you can also the Tennessee Theater box office. And
there's also a phone number you can call.
Okay.
If you don't want to use the internet, you can call 865-524-0795, and you can get tickets that way as well.
Two star-crossed lovers. How long's Romeo and Juliet been around?
Well, the actual story,
yeah,
since maybe the mid 17th century,
17th century
years,
Yeah.
Is it the most popular of all these young love stories, you think?
Yeah, I think at this point it's sort of the standard. I mean, I think
That's
it is.
The one.
This is the love story, and I mean, it's set to some of the most beautiful music you'll ever hear.
Yeah.
Well, who hasn't heard of Romeo and Juliet? That's
Absolutely.
actually a great observation.
Yeah, I don't think there's any, and what a great thing to do for an early Valentine gift.
Absolutely.
And so, what line do you know from Romeo and Juliet?
None.
Oh, come on!
Actually,
everybody knows one.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, you just said a line from it. Two star-crossed lovers. That is
Yeah,
from Romeo.
Two star-crossed lovers. Okay, there you go.
Romeo, Romeo.
Wherefore art thou?
There you go. Everybody knows that line.
I'm down here.
Yeah. Look,
That sounds a little too familiar in your mouth.
All right, we're going to give away a pair of tickets to go to Sunday's matinee, which is at 2:30. We're going to take the 10th caller, so Shine's out there at the phones and manning the calls. Take the 10th caller at 865-243-8255. 243-TALK. When the 10th caller, you get a pair of tickets to go to Sunday's matinee, and they'll be put in the will call, so you won't have to run by the station here to pick them up. So start the phones ringing, which they are, and we'll find out who's going to win those.
Sarah, I've got to ask you, how'd you get interested in opera?
I started singing in choir at a really early age, and kept with that. I started taking voice lessons at the end of high school.
Is that
and
when
I
it
just
started? Voice lessons?
The private voice lessons. I just fell in love with it and decided that's what I wanted to do. I went to my undergraduate. I went and got my undergraduate degree in music, and then just started here at UT getting my master's this year.
Wow.
Yeah.
Very impressive.
Amazing. I'm talking to people in opera. How about you, Alex? How did you?
Prison. I got started the very same way. I grew up singing in church, and then kept singing and really liked it.
And when you started the lessons, that's when you got introduced to the opera?
Yes.
The private lessons?
Yeah, and actually, we studied with the same voice teacher in our undergraduate.
We went to the same...
school for our undergraduate.
Wow.
Isn't that fun?
Good. Yeah, that is good.
We go way back.
Congratulations. Yeah.
Well, we look forward to your performances Friday night. It'll be at the Tennessee Theater, and that's at 8 o'clock, and at 2:30 on Sunday, a matinee. Romeo and Juliette, the Tennessee Theater. Don't miss it. This is a great thing to do for Valentine's Day. Guys, this gets you off the hook.
Absolutely.
Just get the tickets. Say, oh, dear, I've been thinking about this for a long time and been planning this. And I'm going to take you to Romeo and Juliet.
Guys, you'll get a lot of points for this.
Well, and for the guys, there is a ton of sword fighting in this show as well, and it's very exciting. So the guys will like it too.
Are there explosions or?
There's some near-death misses.
Absolutely.
Explosions
of emotion.
But also, you said it's in French. Everybody has to remember there's the subtitles up over the stage, and you will know exactly what's going on.
Yes.
Absolutely.
All right, Alex. And Sarah, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you very much.
For having
and we
us.
look forward to seeing your performance. I'm going to be here Friday night.
Great.
All right, we'll be looking for you.
I'll be the one. Hey, over here.
Hey, remember you on my show.
All right, thanks so much. Look forward to that. And, we'll find out who's going to win those tickets.
You should yell out "nice pants" to Sarah when she comes.
Yeah, look at that guy in the pants. 9:20 at WNOX. We'll be right back. Stay with us. Thanks.
Your Fox News Radio source.